to another episode of Chronic OG Podcast. We're coming live from the upper room. What's good, people? What's good? Big Tone, what's good?
What's good, my dude?
What's good? What's good, y'all?
We about to get it. We about to have some fun in this one, bro.
Yeah. We about to have a good time tonight.
You puffing on that?
Say what?
You puffing on that?
What kind of fucking question is that, bro?
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, like.
All right, let's get it popping.
All right,
Did you taste this?
Yeah, I tasted it. I don't really care for it. Tastes like pineapple or some other shit mixed up in there. I ain't with all that mumbo jumbo shit. All right, so tonight we want to talk about something that's dear to you, a story you want to tell about
First,
nephew.
we
I
got
had
to start the process on me getting to this point.
Right. We'll talk about how you started, then of course, then how nephew and stuff. But first, I said we was gonna talk a little sports. So my question to you was, I saw an article that Braun and Brawny versus Carmelo and Cayenne. Who you think will win those 2 versus 2v2?
Depends on what kind of shape Melo in.
Because according to them, they've been playing each other a lot.
If Melo in shape, I think Cayenne will wear LeBron's son ass out.
So Cayenne said Brawny and them been winning. They don't won pretty much every one.
Well, they've been winning because of Braun, not because Cayenne nice and shit.
He is nice. That's why I asked you the question, because he is nice, bro. And I can see him in the league in a few years for sure.
He'd be a better pro than Brawny.
For sure. I definitely agree on that.
And you know who else son gonna be nice as fuck? It's Gilbert Arenas' son.
Oh, yeah. Bro, even, what's his name? Carlo Lusa got 2 kids that's nice, bro. His twins. Them boys nice, bro.
Twins.
Yeah.
Rajon Rondo got a nice son.
Mm-hmm.
Monte Ellis.
Listen, even, what's his name? Gilbert Arenas' daughter is nice, bro.
Really?
Yeah, she nice, bro. She's still in high school. She nice, bro. Yeah.
Well, I know his son Cole.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what oof.
What?
I'm just thinking. If Melo in shape, I'm going Melo. Melo ain't in no shape, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's working out. I just saw a clip where him and D Wade showed up to Vegas, their practice, just to say hi to the fellas.
D Wade was going to the what they call them dudes that dress up like women.
Drag queens?
Yeah, he was. You know they having a drag queen thing this weekend.
Oh yeah,
that's why he showed up.
The a Pride convention.
I was a Pride convention.
Yeah.
Pride convention. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I go with. What else you want? So I tell you, let's talk about the my journey to the chronic.
All right. So first of all, people who know me know I've been smoking weed for years. So every time my brother used to see me smoke, he like, "Oh, I don't see how you be putting that shit in your body, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah." He used to give me fucking 3rd degree. Never really bitched about me smoking, but he just always say he never understood why we put it into our bodies. So fast forward, shit, I'm gonna go. You've been smoking now how many, about 8 years now?
Me?
Yeah.
So 8 years would be 16. No.
He's been longer than that?
Probably, no.
No, sure. Okay.
Since 18, 6 years.
So 6 years. So fast forward 6 years later, this nigga think he got that Snoop Dogg and want to challenge me and shit. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? So now we're going to let him tell his story of how the journey from being a non-weed smoker hater to, I wish I could really see in the upper room here. He got it set up pretty nice in here with all his little stone and shit. So, why are you laughing so hard?
You said stoner shit.
Yeah, because hey, that's what we say. Sorry, we're stoned. You know. So
yeah, I got a couple Snoop Dogg pictures in here.
Yeah, for sure.
The Goat Dog, Code.
Yeah.
So I tell you. So this what happened. So I was having these problems with these headaches. And my daughter was like, you know, you should try medical marijuana is what she called it. So we were in California at the time. And so she had one of her plugs give me this brownie. I ate the whole fucking brownie. There was nothing in it or nothing. Like it was weak as shit. So then we find out that, you know, that's when California just opened the dispensaries. So we go to this dispensary, which is my favorite dispensary in the world. It's called From the Earth in Santa Ana, right by the airport, right by John Wayne Airport. So I go in there, and they had another bottle sort of bigger than this, 16 ounces. It was called Cannabis Quencher. So I got a bottle of Cannabis Quencher and some flour. Had my daughter roll it up because that nigga was already smoking weed. Had her roll it up, smoke a little bit.
Hey, you're not smoking by yourself. You pass the blunt. You don't put the blunt in.
But I'm talking.
That's why you still pass the blunt. Regardless if you're talking or not, pass the blunt.
I'm a selfish weed smoker.
That's what I'm saying. You're so used to smoking by yourself. So
right.
pass the blunt. Curry on.
This nigga. So, I smoked the flower. I wasn't impressed. So the next morning I had a doctor's appointment. So I drank like 4 ounces of the Cannabis Quencher. Could not fucking move. Like, couldn't move, couldn't get off the bed. Every time I sat up, the fucking room was spinning. Lay back down, sit back up, the room was spinning. So then I go to Arizona, and I got a niece who's a weed connoisseur. Shout out to Chantel. She know everything there is to know about the different strains. Uncle Tony, you having headaches, this is what you need, woo-de-woo. So I start smoking. I started with the vape pens. I was like, this is some bullshit. I want to do the real deal. So I don't know how to roll a blunt. I got to use a stuffer or wrap or some shit like that. I don't know how to take and roll and meticulously put the shit in there like this bitch ass nigga. Hey, no, check this out. This is the only thing he know how to do right. Like, meticulously to the fucking degree is roll a blunt.
And my blunt roller skills is trash. My shit's trash.
So I started smoking, and then my boy Matt, I'm used to smoking by myself. My boy Matt in Arizona, he was
shout out to Matt.
Yeah, shout out Matt. He hit the pen every now and then, and then like one thing led to another, and now I low key can't stop. Like, I can't stop, bro. No, I'm not doing. No. Pause. No Diddy. We're not doing that, dog. We're not doing that. So, but this is the funny story. So I found out my son turned 23 Friday. Shout out AJ and Alex, my 2 twins. So one day this is how I found out he smoked weed about 3 years ago. So one day I go to Arizona to see my people. I come back, my weed gone. Like, I normally have about a half of this thing. The shit was gone. I was gone for a week. The shit was gone. So I just knew my daughter smoked it, right? So I come home, I go off. I lose my shit. And my daughter and wifey let my daughter take that L. They ain't want to snitch on my son. So I'm sitting here on the couch, bro. I never forget. I was actually watching the Lakers game. I think Brown was like 2 for 14 that game.
No, he wasn't. he made that stand up.
That nigga was like 3 for 14 and shit.
That nigga just made that stand up. Brown ain't never been 3 for 14 in no fucking game, bro.
Come on, man. Who the fuck you think this nigga is, bro?
Hold on. You saying Brown went in the game 3 for 14, shooting in one game?
He ain't never went 3 for 14 or less. Who the fuck do you think he is?
I mean, he's probably only scored single digits probably a handful of times in his career, bro.
3 for 14, he could have went to the free throw line 10
I'm just saying,
times.
bro, I guarantee you this nigga only scored a handful of single digit games. Handful. And I'm talking about less than 5.
So I found out that they let her take the L, and then finally they came in there. I was sitting in there watching the Laker game, and he came in there and told me he was the one that smoked it. I ain't say nothing to this nigga for 2 weeks, bro. Cause y'all don't understand the relationship. Me and my son, cold, right? Like we close. When I need to be a dad, I'm a dad. But around. We talk about, boy, you bitch ass nigga, da da da. We just have a blast. But he know not to step over the line when we serious. So I'm thinking this nigga tell me anything, right? Eventually it was gonna happen if that's what we wanted to do. It didn't affect him in school or on the court or nothing like that. But I was just upset that the nigga, I don't know if I was upset that he didn't tell me or that he smoked all my shit.
Now, you was upset that he smoked your shit, but the fact that Wifey and his sister knew and you didn't know, because they knew.
They knew.
Yeah, they knew.
They knew for months,
yeah,
bro.
That's like they knew. Yeah. So hold on, when he came and told you it was him, it was months later? Or it was the same night? Or...
No. So when I went out of town,
right.
I came back, my shit was gone.
Oh, right.
I lose it.
Right.
That night,
he told you.
He came and told me.
Okay, gotcha.
But he had already been doing it for damn near a year. He had been doing it since he was in Arizona.
Gotcha.
Don't forget, we left Arizona in 2020.
Right.
Right? So, I ain't talked to this little nigga for 2 weeks. And,
so what was your first conversation after you got over yourself?
I said, what?
After you got over yourself.
You wouldn't have been mad?
Nope.
So, hey. Hold on. Wait.
Bro, hold on. All my kids that smoke weed is because of my sister. They aunt. She influenced all of them. Every last one of them.
But what I'm saying is, I ain't saying would you be upset that they smoke weed. I'm saying would you be upset that you did not know and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers knew?
Well, it wasn't a whole bunch of other motherfuckers. It was in the house.
Well, it was my household knew me. So, I'm the king of the castle.
Hold on. See, there you go right there. Then you will fall some motherfucker. Hold on. Real quick. Simba. Calm down, Simba.
Hold on, which one was the king?
That was Mufasa.
Yeah, I'm motherfucking Mufasa, AJ Simba. I ain't never seen Lion King.
You an idiot. That was a good one, bro. Lion King was a good movie, man.
Go ahead.
So, what I was saying was, somebody in the house knew. Then it wasn't just somebody. It was an adult that knew. You know what I'm saying?
Two adults.
Okay, they covered his back. But again, at the time, he was an adult himself, wasn't he? He wasn't 16 or 17.
No.
If he was 16 or 17, then yeah.
He probably started when he was like 19.
Okay, he was out of high school.
I know, but you and see, here's the crazy part about it.
You was back at your weed was gone. That's the whole thing, bro.
I just said that.
Yeah, then on top of that, it was your son, and you didn't know that he smoked. See, that's what fucked
That's
you
what
up.
I'm saying.
That's what fucked you
so
up.
here's what I'm saying. If I created a whole little atmosphere where I could come up here and smoke a cigar, cigarette. Mm-hmm. I mean, not cigarette. Cigar, blunt, whatever.
Right.
Chill out, my little vape pen. Or before this, it was we guard on the patio.
Mm-hmm.
I guard on the patio.
Right. So he's seen you do all that.
So why not say nothing?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand that.
If I didn't do it at all, then if I was like everybody smoked like I was back in the day, if I was that way and he did that, he didn't want to say nothing. I get it.
Right. Like my dad don't smoke. Nobody in the house smoke. Yeah. This might disappoint him. He a coach.
Toya pop up every now and then.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah.
But he knew. That's why.
I understand. But
so
you mad about the weed. They don't fucking like, damn, my son smoked. Damn, he ain't even let his pops know. Nigga, he know how I blaze.
Only thing I say that, and he'd be like, hey, what's up, Dad? What's up?
So I get it.
I'm going to so-and-so, all right.
Shit, I get it, bro.
So, I'm happy at the fact that it didn't affect him, right?
Right.
Because he's doing well in school and all that other bullshit. But that's probably the one thing that I know of that he kept from me purposely. Yeah. That I know of. I'm sure some other shit.
No, of course.
He probably got a little A3 running around this motherfucker. I don't even know about it.
A3.
Nigga, that's his son, Anthony the Third. Nigga, A3, bro.
But hold on. But you speaking that shit to his sister, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Don't do what?
Speak the kid into existence.
I'm speaking into existence. I'm just not speaking into existence immediately.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Because I get jealous when you were Kari.
Wow, you had Carson.
But I don't have
I understand that. But yeah, you had Carson for like 2 years, though.
I had Carson for a year and a half.
You always a kid. Mm-hmm.
But then now that he gone, and then seeing him grow up, and then seeing you with Kari,
yeah,
I'd be like, man, shit.
Bro, I enjoy my time being with Kari, bro. It's a good feeling, bro.
Kari's his grandson. How old is he? 2?
2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my little dude, man.
It's funny because I see Carson on FaceTime now being 5.
Right.
Dudes don't even look the same.
Yeah, he a big boy now.
He
yeah,
big.
Yeah, he a big boy.
I had to get that nigga the other day because he was on FaceTime with just his drawers on. So then when he got up, nigga, he got up like this, dog. With his shit right there. I was like, hey. I don't want to see your little boing.
So he flashing her.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell y'all a story. This is just a good story. I'm glad this is just an open conversation. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Just hang with me a little bit. So I was looking up different meanings of brotherhood. And there's various meanings, right? Some brotherhood talks about your actual siblings, blood relations. Some people talk about like fraternities, and some, it's different variations of brotherhood. So I'm gonna tell y'all why my variation of brotherhood is dear to my heart. So when I was about 12, I guess I was about 11, 12 years old, junior high school. That's 12 years old, right?
Oh, 12, yeah.
So junior high school.
7th grade.
So I'm in PE with this dude. And me and this dude is looking up this girl's shorts. And then looking at each other laughing. Because we can see a little panties in there, right? So it's certain. My long-term memory is crazy. I can't remember shit. So from that moment, I struck a friendship with a guy. Pause, no diddy. And then that went to hanging out in the summers, riding bikes, learning how to play tennis, spending the night over each other's house talking shit.
Who's the person you talking about, bro?
Calling girls on the 3-way line. Just bear with me. Calling girls on the 3-way line, singing to girls on the phone. Can you stand the motherfucking rain? So, then next thing you know, me and my buddy, we never went separate ways. It was just we did separate things. So he left to go in the military, and I left to go to college. So he on a ship out in the middle of the fucking Mediterranean Sea, some goddamn where, and he found out that I was getting married, right? He like, Head, I beat it. They used to call me Head back in the day. Head. I beat, not because I give head, because my head big. So, that shit up to my, bam, I knew you was waiting to say something, nigga.
What kind of fucking statement is that?
I'm just saying, because they used to call me Head, not because I was just going around just It's because my head was big at the time.
Hold on. Understand, I'm high, yo. But that was some funny shit.
So look, man. So he writes a letter from the Mediterranean Sea or whatever the fuck he was. It says, all right, bro, I be there, blah blah blah, I be there. So I'm in contact. He was raised by his grandmother. So I'm kind of thinking, he ain't gonna be there, man. He ain't gonna be there. So, he showed up, right? Showed up, was the best man in my wedding. Godfather to my kids. I have 3 sibling brothers, and I love them all dearly. Um, but it's just not the same as the relationship I have with Smitty. And to give you an example of how much I know I mean to him, so about 12 years ago, I was really sick. I was in a hospital for 2 months. I was really sick. And he was, at the time, he was a truck driver. We called this nigga the abominable truck driver. Shout out to Matt for that nickname. And
I don't know. Hold on. I'm saying I don't know where that came from, but I know where that came from.
That motherfucker.
We're not talking about that, bro.
That shit is funny.
Keep going, bro.
Matt, you know what I'm talking about, my dude.
Just keep going, bro.
So I was real sick, and
that's funny.
And he found out I was sick. He was in Indiana, is what I was told.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga drove straight his rig. I woke up one day and he was there. So I was real big at the time in what was going on with my kids and school and tutoring and all that other stuff. I made sure that was my thing. But I couldn't do that. So he could have went back and made money back on the road. He said, "Hey, bro, I got you, dude." Nigga stayed at my house for a couple weeks, tutoring for my kids, cooking for my kids.
Just nigga down.
Just made sure everything was straight. And that was 14 years ago, 13 years ago. So, like I said, there's different variations of brotherhood. But when y'all hear us say, "Oh yeah, me and my brother got a podcast," or "I'm at my brother's house," that shit is not figurative. So I just wanted, I was going to do this, tell those stories. I was going to tell them on my own. And then I decided that I wanted you to know, bro, how much I love you, man.
I love you too, boy.
We're talking about over 40 years of brotherhood.
Yeah,
fuck the friendship shit.
Yeah, fuck that friendship shit.
Over 40 years of brotherhood. And I know if something were to happen to me, this nigga be right there to step in like he was 14 years ago.
Look, I want to add a couple of things to the story. Even going back to when we first met, I try to pretend like I didn't know who he was talking about. But of course I knew he was speaking on me. But like he said, we met in middle school, 7th grade gym. The whole short thing with the girl, I vaguely remember that part.
Do you remember who it was?
Fuck no. Tell me.
Who?
You don't remember who it was?
I do.
Who was it? Say the name.
No.
Okay, give me some initials.
She follows us.
Give me some initials.
Well,
all right, tell me off air.
Yeah.
All right, so whoever the person is, oh, trust me, I believe you know who it is. Like I said, I do vaguely remember us flirting with that girl. But what I remember most is how good he was in basketball. And I played ball too. So we was peeping each other games outside of the girl, peeping each other games. And that's what drew me to him, because he had played basketball. Then, like he said, our friendship developed. Then the very first time I actually went to his house, now I grew up in D.C., Tony grew up in Oxon Hill. So growing up in D.C., I used to play football, basketball in the fucking alley with a motherfucking crate cut out the bottom of that bitch, nailed to the fucking, telephone pole. Everybody in the hood know about that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I always had, street fucking, ability when it came to athletics. So when I went to Maryland and met this nigga, then first time I went to his house, he had trophies. I went home, was like, "Grandma, I need you to take me to the store. She was like, for what? I said, buy me some trophies. Tony got like 2 or 3 of them on his dresser. And she was like, nah, you can't buy them. I'm like, what you mean? He got 2 or 3 of them on his dresser. She was like, no, you have to earn them playing sports. But in my head, as a 12-year-old, I'm thinking, I do this shit all the time in the city, in the alley, or at the park, you know, playing ball up at Weekly Rec, you know, Trinidad Rec. So then, when I found out that, hey, he was playing, you know, boys club ball and stuff, I'm like, oh, yeah, bro. Then that's really what our bond was. Then when we, you know, found our love for sports, period, we both had a love for sports. Then we just kind of gravitated to tennis.
That shit was crazy.
Listen, growing up, my mom had a friend who played tennis, so he introduced me to tennis when I was young. We used to go to Franklin Park in D.C., and he used to, you know, show me how to play tennis. So I knew the dynamics of tennis. But then when I met you, like, oh, damn, another brother who played tennis or who interested in tennis.
I don't.
But I remember we used to watch TV and then go out to the tennis court and just emulate that shit, bro.
Yeah, you know? I never. For us to play as well as we did and to never have
lessons. We taught ourselves. I mean, self-taught. We would go to Tucker Road and spend hours and hours down there.
In the rain.
Sometimes to where the fucking lights would go out on us all fucking night.
Yeah.
The lights would
and then we had to walk back through that fucking trail.
Dark ass park through that trail. I mean, and fucking 88 fingers or whoever the fuck he was down in the goddamn wood. Some made up motherfucker they call 88 fingers. Supposedly been in the wood. You know, one of the urban legends and shit, bro. But we used to scare ourselves all the fucking time. And we always wait till we get to the end of the trail to where the street was. Then say, we hear him and start running. We never hear about in the middle of the motherfucking trail. Now, hold on. That trail was probably about a good half-mile long.
Yeah.
Good little walk through that trail, bro. Because you had to make, you come out the park, you had to make a little right turn first. Yeah, I remember that.
You had to go over the creek.
Creek, yep. Hey, I remember that trail. Hey, bro, as much as we used to walk that shit, bro.
Shit.
Yeah, bro, 88 fingers. But like Tom said, man, we just grew up a bond to where it was just naturally, because again, our love for sports. Then we used to challenge each other all the time. And everything, I'm going to sit here and tell the truth, everything we ever played, when it came to competitive stuff in sports, this nigga would always beat me. We would play ping pong, we would play the best out of 100. I might win like 7 or 8 games. like this nigga was always, he was really, really competitive. And I thought I was competitive, but I saw how, when we was young, how we used to push each other. But then, as we started getting into high schools, I started chasing the girls way too much. He still focused on sports way more than I did. You know, he's still focused on sports. And let me tell y'all, this nigga had a jump shot back in the day. This nigga shit was nice as fuck back in the day.
I was just a knucklehead.
No, you wasn't no knucklehead, bro. You was not a knucklehead, bro. You was far from a knucklehead, bro. Far from a knucklehead. Tony was a good kid.
Hey,
don't let this nigga fool you.
To all my players, I told y'all niggas I could shoot. You heard what he said. This shit ain't scripted.
This dog,
this shit ain't scripted.
This boy can shoot his ass off back in the day. This boy can shoot his ass off, man. One of the best strokes I've ever seen. His idols back in the day, you young kids look this up. Jeff Malone, for the Bullets, they're not the Wizards niggas, the Bullets. You gotta look up the Bullets. That Jeff Malone, and he used to also like Allen Houston. Yes. Hey, listen, this dude right here, this dude used to play some ball, man. He used to stroke that thing for sure, man.
It's crazy, man. Like,
I mean, we had some good times, man. Playing ball together, you know. Especially always playing District Heights. That was always the highlight of basketball season.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Mike Fleming, Mike Clark,
bruh.
KK, Butch, Jamal,
Orpheus. Yo.
Hey,
man. Shout out to all them boys, bro.
Shout out to Butch for telling the whole fucking Oxon Hill High School that the game was going to pop off, and it turned into a fucking riot. It was a fucking riot.
Yeah, we literally had a riot in one of our games.
But and then
we played away. Hold on, we played away at their gym. It was District Heights.
Yeah,
we played at their gym, and they was just talking shit to us, trying to scare us and trying to punk us. We on a free throw line. They talking shit. You missed this free throw. You better miss this free throw and punch you in your face. They just talking mad shit.
We lost.
So we ended up losing that game. We ended up losing that game. I think we lost by like 6 or 8.
But some shit popped off. They chased us up out of there.
So, hey, one of our homeboys went to school. That guy went to school the other day. You know, hey,
Sylvester.
That other guy went to school the next day. Oh, that motherfucking Monday, and told the hood, hey, we had to play them like a week or so later. The first half wasn't hardly nobody in the gym.
And we was at Oxon Hill Annex. Everybody from Oxon Hill, y'all know what I'm talking about.
When we came out for the second half, the gym was full. Nigga, they were like 30 deep on the sidelines wide. It was so many people in the gym. As soon as the game was over, and we ended up blowing them boys out. As soon as the game was over, they just rushed the floor and started swinging.
It was crazy.
Then we get outside. Hey, one of our homeboys, I ain't gonna say his name, but this motherfucker had a bat and was going to ham on their bus, bruh. Swinging on their bus. From the manor. His name started with an M. Yeah. Yup. Yup.
That nigga was a nut.
He was a straight fucking nut, bruh. Straight nut, bruh.
He was funny as shit.
He was going ham on their bus with that goddamn bat, bruh. Going ham, bruh. Yeah, we ended up getting suspended for the rest of the year. Yeah, that shit was done. They shut us down, bro.
That shit was fun. My sister was pregnant with my nephew.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Lil Boo.
Yeah,
my sister was pregnant.
That shit was
and my mother was like, get the Nene. I'm like, Nene gonna be fine. I ain't worried about Nina. Nina gonna be fine. Everybody, I'm sure it's a lot of people that's gonna remember that if they hear that
was
story.
it the very next year we came back and won Libby tournament? Or was it before that?
No, we won Libby before that.
Was it before that?
Yeah. Because Libby was always around the holidays.
Right, it was always around November, December.
But that fight happened towards the end of the season.
So that was the same year.
Hey, Orpheus, verify that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You remember every fucking
thing. Did we win the Libby that year or the Bro?
I think I got that trophy somewhere.
Bro, I used to have that trophy. I probably had it up to about 10 years ago. I still had all them trophies, bro.
Hey, I forgot to tell y'all something. This nigga right here thought he was like Dominique Dawes or some shit. This nigga used to do backwards flips from like at halftime of the fucking basketball games and shit from goal to goal. I'm like, look at this cornball ass nigga flipping.
I was like that, bro. Hey, bro, I can do it all, bro.
Oh, on the football field at halftime pep rallies and shit, this big head nigga over there flipping and shit.
Bro, you know me, man.
I'm over there trying to talk to so-and-so and so-and-so, and he over here flipping and shit. Some tights on. Men in tights. Men in tights.
Looking like
flipping the dish.
Looking like elf and shit, huh? I can't stand that motherfucker.
But yeah, it's been
hey man,
43 years, 42 years.
Yeah, it's just like when you find somebody like this dude, and I tell people all the time, man, we've been knowing each other 40-some years. We have never had a fucking physical fight.
Nope.
Ever. We've argued about shit, disagreed on shit, but we've never had a fucking physical fight.
Nope.
We've never had nothing major, like, hey man, really fuck you, bro. Nothing major like that ever, bro.
Right.
Never, bro.
Right.
We've never had no heat, bro. So that goes to show me right there that this some real brother shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, we never had nothing majorly we had to disagree with. We might have disagreed with some things we was doing in our lives, but when it came to each other, never no shit, bro.
And I wanted to. Someone asked me kind of to tell the story of us. That's why I brought that up, and I purposely didn't want to let them know what I was going to do. But I think it's important because right now the world is fucked up.
For sure.
I mean, the world is fucked up. We got two dudes running for president. That's
Tweedledee and Tweedledum, as I
equal
call
190 goddamn years old.
I call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
And it's a lot of this side or that side, and there's not enough brotherhood. So maybe the story will get out, and then maybe people would just be nicer to each other and stop all the fucking bullshit. So yeah, there you go.
Man, it's all type of stories that we can sit and tell about our lives, bro.
Yeah.
like he said, the time he was in the hospital, he had no clue I was coming.
Nah.
You know, I told his old lady, and the crazy part about it, him and T was dating back then.
Yeah.
You know, at the time.
Yeah.
So, and one thing about Tone, whoever he was with, he always made sure I had their number. For some reason, he always made sure I had whatever woman he was with, I had their number. So I had her number. I used to text her, like, "Hey, don't tell my brother I'm coming there. I'm gonna surprise his ass." And I got there, and when I walked in, he actually was on the phone with one of his real brothers. He was talking to Bay on the phone.
Yeah.
And you was like, "Oh shit, Bay, you ain't gonna believe who just walked in here. I'm gonna call you back." And what I'm about to say always fucks me up, because as soon as you got off the phone with him, you started crying. You started crying. And I knew when I said that was going to fuck me up, but you started crying, bro. And I was like, yeah, I was the last person you was expecting to see. You was like, hell yeah.
I remember I started getting up more.
Yeah, I motivate you.
Yeah.
You was like, I got to get out of here, bro. Yeah. And you was like, before you came, I could only walk to right here. Nigga, you walk all the way to the fucking door, bro. Mm-hmm. You walk all the way to the door, bro. Yeah, I remember that shit, bro.
Yeah, it's been
man.
It's been a fun 40 years, man. It's been real fun.
Hell yeah, bro. Like I said, we done had a lot of good times. A lot of fucking
reunions and shit. Fucking Occidental parties, nigga.
Hell yeah.
Them motherfuckers shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, bro, hey, get tickets, bro. I'll be down there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just been. I hope people get this. I hope this story gets out, and you know, we got to do better as a people
alone. Exactly.
Just especially, you know, of course, I'm talking about my people, but in the end, people in general, we just got to do better. We just got to do better. So that's the story of brotherhood, man. Unless you
appreciate you, brother.
I love you too, man.